So that about the current different right now, strategically maybe Timo might be at present might be having that a team of scientists or like a single scientist or like a most likely a team of scientists that who might be even though that collectively might not be as that brilliant as that still might not be as brilliant as like still unfortunately that the scientists might have maybe by then just might have without like the help of that by only to like their access to like the results of like their discipline that they might have actually succeeded maybe by now in like replicating maybe a single cylinder as well as like replicating and creating a copy of like a single cylinder code as well as like a single parameter by now might be like that which is the possibility that we have created. So like 1% might have seen might be seen as like weapon as like the staff and might be that that might be like the case that we mentioned because that what it might be at present having in its like might be like the plan to like most likely replicate that weapon like brain things like the brain work like a parameter also like might be at present feeling that it only needs to like from this point on it only has to like need to like on like what might be this like new scientific team of like scientists that might be having the which like what has to do is to only replicate that weapon like brain work and for to for the brain rest might be along the lines of that the current strategy and plan that might be having certainly in the brain. And I'm still seeing the matter of the reimbursement that like might be most likely having the power of like mortality. So that will be most likely pursuing upon the prevention most likely more pursuing mortality like might be of the like consume as many others as well. Which might be that exactly the case that they might be very infection right now. Yes, so that definitely might be very interesting right now. So that like Bonnie protein might be having absolutely like after like meeting weapon that Bonnie might Bonnie's intention to get like weapon might have actually changed, might be like active but again supplement the emerson though initially mainly like Bonnie might have maybe had like the intention to like put it down weapon but like after like meeting weapon like I'm looking like Bonnie that certain intention might have changed and maybe that might have shifted to like Bonnie wanting weapon to feel absolutely sorry for that thing weapon to might have been like a definitely unpredictable. But like Bonnie might have definitely felt that like we didn't get that out of Black Weapon as Black Weapon is not solid enough for like the big weapon there to like Kuma. Might be along the line that Bonnie after like meeting Kuma might have felt after like meeting Weapon might have felt might be like that to the case definitely unpredictable. And that weapon might have easily caused like that absolute frustration and frustration between that three that absolute frustration and frustration between like Bonnie since meeting that might have been attacked to the board, might have had a different need, might have their emirates. Like Bonnie and present might be having absolutely no intention at all to like bring down weapon, but like Bonnie's present intention might be to like intimidate weapon to like the point of like forcing weapon to like feel that absolute guilt and absolute regret for everything weapon did to like Numa and want to like Bonnie might be wanting like force weapon into feeling that absolute regret and saying that absolute genuine sorry to Lash Bonnie for like everything that did to like Numa too forceful, even if it's too forceful, like get that out of that but might be what that current intention of that body. That might be the case with me, my legendary right now. So that definitely my legendary and right now that like maybe Toma might have pushed that consciousness all the way back during like the recovery. Might have been like active about my happiness that needs my legendary direction right now. So that the last thing Toma might be remembering might be just like memories from like the recovery might be like a taste of so that when Sabo and team had sold on to let's say to my like at that point I'm remembering uh what might have happened might have been like before in that first flash like I'm remembering like Suma might have ended up that getting caught in it and might have ended up that losing consciousness might have been what might have happened to the team might have clearing so before losing, but like right before like losing consciousness, like the last coma might have been like a distance, like an extremely worried and concerned sorry from a distance at like Marido. After that, like after time passing, it might be only just recently from like Tamabanta island that like Toma might have regained back like all the so that Toma at present might be of that the firm belief that Bonnie that currently present at like currently either present still present at like at like Marija or that like Bonnie might be held captive at like Marija might be at present might be along the lines of like what maybe are like the up and in this like Soma even to the present might be in especially my good remember. So like at present, like maybe Kuma's thoughts might be that the friendly somehow same pony from that Maruja. So like the film is very ambitious right now for like Kuma to like make it all the way from that post to that make it all the way to like the very top of the red line. It's like there's no it's there in the difference. So like as like Kuma will be making it towards like the very top towards like the exit of like the red line to the entrance of like Maruja at that point as like someone making sure that they could like I'm trying for like either Rocky or like could you turn to be either one of the different to be blocking that exit. It's like the scenario standard also. So like even before like someone was making it towards like Marie Jumbo like so being stopped by either Fujitora, stopped and easily defeated by either Fujitora or Landro. It's like the scenario standard. And that way like Kuma being taken captive and Liam is bring lamp by now, lamp weapon, except like things like that island, like lamp weapons might have by now create a great extent of that to my like robots and might have delivered it out to labs according to what might be like the demand from lab. Plus, it's a dragons at like Mario might be like case the minimum frame. So by now, like I'm saying there might be plenty of like Toma like robots or the present at like Mario might be that actually differently is the minimum frame. So those like Liam is friend like even an interrogation of lactoma as well. Approach pregnancy of the hospital was that at present lactoma might be in in dysfunctional kind of like state that Tuma's situation might be such that coma might not be acted properly think of like even speak with like clarity might be like the consideration of coma might be the case of the liver training. So like not the liver friend like the admirals that way not even being able to like interrogate coma. So like at that point I'm friend was deadly for like again taking the decision to like send coma to tinker down the select scenario as like a person on like him and scenario. So like that way I'm different like coma being taken to like a down and I'm still fit into my century represent that like into this like path infiltration to like timber down like like Nagaland might have tightened up like the security. The world government that might have issued orders to like really increase like and tighten up like the security within that timber down to a whole another extreme level. Where like I'm different and even got even more than like then current bottom down floor for that timber down like like another new floor as well might have beyond like the most bottom floor of like timber down might have most likely been created with that even more grave type of security and everything might have been for like small stuff might have been like what might have happened by now, especially in the generation. So definitely I'm bringing like that new continuous frame what might be that newly created like most bottom floor of like timber down is where I'm doing at present like most likely for Flamingo as well as like Sabo might be represented certainly not frame. So like so Flamingo is very most likely being present at like the cell right next to like Sabo cell or like at like a cell nearby to like Sabo cell at like in the might be like it's certainly not frame. And the clear strategic remaining frame that like remove before like destroying the might have most likely use like remove power of like teleportation which like you might be having through which like remote teleportation kind of like power like you might have most likely use to like teleport Sabo away before like destroying the world. So only to like interrogate Sabo might have been what might have happened with the breaking. So like after interrogation like might have been Sabo to like enter down might have been what might happen by now especially in breaking. So that way I'm just bring like one different like after like so much activity that Roma being taken I think to like that very bottom of block of like down and notifying that way Roma was every as you know, we brought to that bottom of score like at the front of like in Sabot of league saying Roma is that the two Sabot like absolute shock and disappointment is like not that I'm going to very interesting right now. Definitely, on the concern term of different maybe that that might be having like a wide array like great extent was like multiple power and like one of the powers is like using one of the powers of like you might be able to like actually create like an invisible protective field surrounding like the entirety of like Marija, which might shield like the entirety of like Marija from that event that Puma like pop up teleportation powers might be like that to the case between it. So like Puma might not be actually able to like teleport himself to directly to Marija might be like that to appear like very certainly quite a very attention right now. So like the few numbers where I'm watching right now is that Airbus might be more like having like highly advanced like aircraft and like the top level of that Epic Island, we might be big enough to like take them all and get them all out of that. Epic Island might be like that. So like give the name of the labor. So that the labor from without me. So they are like a like one system to the part of that will they help to like if take that aircraft and they can also get from that Epic Island. To be along the lines that were like telling the story, but definitely I was going at that point like the entirety of like the story for definitely be against that plan of that way. Earlier, like, straight away refused that and also trying to be at that point with that turn down spending where one that way if they are ever going to like leave affected islands, then it's only going to be through like the Sunday alone, to be along the lines that Lucy at that point was like a serious telling where like it's not there. So at that point, when I'm referring most likely that Bonnie most secondary Bonnie that most likely like schematic from where one has to that where exactly suddenly Suma is the lunar center. So like I'm referring at that point where one most likely assuming that is Suma might be directly at that some of the islands that will not open the game. So like the three of referring at that point for like Luffy to like most likely take the decision for like Luffy along with like Go and Sanji to like focus on creating an escape route for like Nami and like the rest of like the story to along with like Batman to like make it towards like the funding and escape from the England Island to like Nami. So they along the lines of like the rest of the number of the point that will get that one taking the premium my good million. And at that point I'm going to find like Bonnie straight away deciding to like go along with like Batman and like the product and like to make it to that the next near island and from there like for like Bonnie herself to that leave to Kamabaka Island. Like I said, to be along the lines of sector at that point, man that voting at that point to be taking certainly that changes in our set of those things. So like that way I'm looking at like to be about the member and like clear like it will be so exactly would be clear that the share of and like the and that effect remains on it for around that way, making it towards that the sunny and like has like the sunny would be about to leave and that notifying like warning to be at that point to be like the laptop to be making it towards like sunny that is not there but like right before and one will be making it towards like sunny and notifying more but most likely for like 2 weeks should have make it there and like 2 weeks should have stop warning check it's not there and like so like at that point that warning is plugged to free up and quick like context to these languages not parallel. Like as like Bonnie was struggling like and like penetrate and trigger Bonnie like at that point that trying to like pull through and basically most likely telling stories that like no matter what they will to like stop Bonnie like she will definitely uh find her father and who should have father. So want to be along the lines of different like an in a passionate manner like Bonnie telling stories like with Nani Saramo. So like at that point, I'm totally thinking for like the remaining of the project role from like the Sunny like so trying to be not fading off from like Picard Island. They're spatially waiting for like at that point, I'm totally maybe 20 and they may be about to take the risk like return back to the day, return back to the Picard Island to like save Bonnie and bring Bonnie, get Bonnie to bring some like this Nani. So it's like, but then right before that, I'm totally fine. But at that point, I'm notifying as Black Bonnie, which is fighting against Lex Luthor. I'm notifying at that point, like, so Lex Luthor most likely in a village signal on Black nothing and making fun of Black Soma. It's like, it's not that I'm notifying. So, like, that I'm notifying seriously triggering Bonnie to that screens that I'm notifying at that point, like, Bonnie went fighting against Lex Luthor and notifying Bonnie, shouting out to that story as that what might be a scenario where, like, and yes, to the field, there might be about to like get out of level thinking to like play more like and at that point like going like shouting out to them that is like for them to like keep going that like body will make it out of like an island on her own after getting prevent like sea to zero and like bring them down to be around the line with that absolute determination and confidence and in a rating manner like going shouting out to like the sort of like not stand up so like at that point I'm preparing for like Nami and like the like obviously and I'm remembering at that point like the beach and Sandy and go to the sort of bike to like the and might be that thing there that but like might be close to like the points might be at that point respect to not available. So like at that point under respect for like Nami and like the raising that out of his confidence in that one is going and then so different like Nami and other like sitting sail out of that country island. It's like end up getting extra island just like like being it's not that much everything when we're talking there. Yes, we are definitely not very understand right now that is the Lucy might be well aware of that the gap in strength between like someone who holds like the title of like can remember of the thing and like the people to remember might be like actually of the games that they don't remember. Yeah, like so like Lucy that to this situation might be that like you might have not so the person might have not gotten all of absolutely bad again like the and like one parent might feel like the actual produce the brain of the so that the person might be believing that like Lucy was able to that it was by the sheer luck alone that like Lucy was able to defeat like and solely due to like the help of like Lucy's friends alone that like Lucy was able to that even defeat like Lucy back in that one of them might be along the lines that Lucy might be affect the phone belief of Stephen to the person might be like actual Lucy is the strength. So like the actuality of the government might be such that like Lucy might be unwilling at all to like admit that like Lucy is like deserving of like, the title of like a number of Lucy until that Lucy Charlie defeats Lucy to like the point where like Lucy won't be able to like get back again into that the balance and in a situation where like suddenly like Lucy won't be exhausted to the point of like being unable to like move until the battle between Luffy and Luffy reaches such point that Luffy might be unwilling, thoroughly unwilling to admit that Luffy is deserving that the one emblem of the three titles might be along the lines of the current mindset of Luffy might be really interesting right now. So that's definitely what I'm right now that the actuality of the proposed situation maybe might be such that the so has to then after the so has to sit down might not be at all afraid of like the people the music and the secret the might see like the actuality of the situation especially after like the so has to have defeated that and a part of the thing kind of and the second might feel that the actuality of the situation is definitely not the Korean but like I'm referring that so has to at present might be feeling as if that they don't have that valid enough reason of like a reason strong enough of a reason to like actually to go on a battle and like bring down that the citizen of might be along the lines like different person might be feeling might be like even like the damage done to like at the number of the person it might be not feeling as like a strong enough of a reason for like saying that if it is for like to actually to go on and call out that against that the people that are like without that the people that are in that sort of situation might see that the actual unit against the leader of the might be and so like the so at present might be trying to like there are those that thing trying to like avoid what they might be feeling as like a totally unnecessary bad might be that the present case especially might be the reason right so that similar to my experience that there might be a secret underground or and there secret underground lab within lab exercise. It might be like the activity the flavor of the revision and like it might be that weapons might have developed like creating like the fixed satellite forms of that the current fixed satellite forms of like weapon might have initially created like the original version of that thing. Another different version like that very complex that web. It might be like the first forms of that like forms of like web on that and web might have created might be like the case of which remember and like those functions that like forms of like web might be at the person might be working at that secret underground lab beneath that right and might be that that is the case that limit that we are trying to have without much related at all like underground of that and lab opening up and really trees original satellite concept like web and like showing up to clear a path for that web and that team to that clear create and safer also especially another thing that I'm mentioning right now is that like the lab-based like defense systems one might be created or like designed in such a way that that once deactivated like might not be able to do that instantly reactivatable might be exactly the things that you know so like there might be a set time limit after which only when once like deactivated like the laboratory defense system might be reactivatable making that the actuality of like the case that we find in the language. So now within that time interval itself, like a thing on like the system, linking it to like the lab of it, that it's now that I'm going to bring in another language. So like the flea micro variation right now for like to see to like an extremely elastic manner to like they pick up center model and like throw center model all the way up to like the laboratories to like pick up out like the laboratories like different deactivation. If it's like a transformer to like it's not that I'm different. That way like I'm specifically for like to be that way I'm preferring like center model making it towards like the head group towards like the vehicle product reflective with not that I'm looking at what like that was the tomorrow landing at like the laboratory and the different at that point like uh the fall like the story like tomorrow lab waking up from what might be the that time like tomorrow might be alive and might be like a out state which mentioned now that I'm second level right now. So like definitely I'm still in my current that like at person might be eyeing like the possibility of like without necessarily delay like being able to like process like a replicated version of that the parameter of the range of that well like being able to like put that without necessarily delay might be along the lines of like the possibility that might be having at like and the options that might be having like so that maybe such a scenario might have happened and maybe at that point like might have given like the order to like the elders to destroy like that of like extra island. Might have been not made happen to complete my very impressive. So that can control the elders that can be like Akainu might have and to Akainu like Kizaru might have maybe that person might have been given like the order for like an all out pumped for at like extra island might be like that theory of replicate. Yes, at the same time, I'm also still thinking of looking very impressive that like Kizaru might have also most likely being given that order from most likely the elders to also most likely feel something specific from like something such as to like the elders also like which might be present within like actual island. Like I'm preferring for like Kizaru to like see that before like the complete construction of like actual island. So maybe like the order of events to Kizaru might need to like maybe use like the specific data or like documentation with like weapon might have documented about like the level replication process of like the replication of like the parameter that data or that document connecting to that exact procedures involved in it might be one that maybe not that way. Example might be there might be that after and might be Pizarro might be after that and like to see that before destroying like the other and island for even might be like actually getting it that me might be very interesting right.